Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
The behind-the-scenes footage of Yulong and Yang Miemie was exposed. They naturally leaned into Yulong's arms and acted funny, which was even sweeter than in the drama. As night fell, the set was quiet, like a huge black stage. The air was filled with a faint night color, and the lights reflected on the props, casting mottled shadows. Suddenly, a touch of light white broke the silence, like a smart elf. Yang Miemie rushed into Yulong's open arms, and the hem of her skirt drew a beautiful arc in the air. At that moment, time seemed to stand still. The night breeze blew gently, and only the two people's suppressed laughter echoed in the silence, as sweet as a taste of honey. Yulong was slyly stunned, then gently hugged her, with a doting smile in his eyes. The shutter sound of the camera rang click, click, recording the sudden surprise. The lighting board in the hands of the stage manager also stopped in midair, and the light and shadow intertwined, outlining a warm and beautiful picture. Under the lights, they smiled at each other, as if they were the only ones left in the world. At this moment, there were no lines, no director's instructions, but it was more moving than any other play. This was not a script arrangement, it was all the most real emotional expression. This super sweet CP in the eyes of fans, Yulong and Yang Miemie, once again made netizens sweet with their natural and unpretentious interaction. The barrage instantly fell. Civil Affairs Bureau, come and arrange it. This is not a behind-the-scenes footage, it's clearly a large-scale love documentary scene. The screen was filled with pink heart-shaped emojis, as if the air was filled with the breath of love. Even the experienced director couldn't help but clench the storyboard in his hand, with a hint of complex emotions in his eyes. On the one hand, he felt sorry for the wasted storage space. After all, the original shooting plan was completely disrupted by this sudden accident, but on the other hand, he was secretly delighted. This was a play within a play that was more exciting than the script. Without additional publicity, this behind-the-scenes footage alone is enough to make the topic soar, and it may even become the focus of heated discussion on the entire network. The staff looked at each other and smiled meaningfully. This scene will probably become the most memorable moment of the whole play. This is not an accidental event. Looking at their cooperation over the past 3 years, an interesting phenomenon is there. Among the 7 short dramas they have collaborated on, Out of Control Relationship has the most kissing scenes and has reached an astonishing 480 million hits, but the most explosive data comes from a video without a script and purely made up of behind-the-scenes clips Yulong and Yang Miemie's 100 eye-to-eye moments. The number of views of this video directly exceeded 730 million, completely crushing all official dramas. The audience proved with actual actions, compared with carefully choreographed romantic dramas. They want to see every look and every inadvertent interaction of true feelings. No matter how sweet the script is, it can't compare to the tenderness and tacit understanding they show when they look at each other casually. This is not just a set of data, but a real feedback of public emotions. When the camera captures sincere emotions, rather than lines in performances, the throbbing will hit people's hearts and create the most beautiful story. On the set of After the Flash Marriage, the wife doesn't play by the rules. Something happened that made people laugh until their stomachs hurt, a god-leveling accident. Yang Miemie injured for the 37th time during the filming, and the director almost sighed with his hand on his forehead. Just when everyone thought they had to start over again, Yulong suddenly reached out and gently helped her wipe the cream off the tip of her nose, and smiled dotingly. "Stupid, why do you always get it on your face?" This impromptu scene was not only not cut, but became the most popular shot in the whole show. After the broadcast, the barrage exploded instantly. How can this be acting? This is clearly a true expression of love. Director, please be honest, are the two of them in a relationship at public expense? The prop master had no choice but to reveal, the box of cream was originally intended for the birthday scene 3 days later, but because of Yang Miemie's god assist, it was put on the job in advance. But who would have thought that this little accident would accidentally create a famous scene with an explosive sweetness? This super sweet CP has this kind of chemical reaction that breaks the dimensional wall. Even if it is just an inadvertent move, it can make the audience hit it and call it locked. There is an unwritten rule in the industry: the CP of sweet pet dramas must be operating for at least 3 months to maintain the popularity of the drama. But Yulong and Yang Miemie completely broke this rule. Since the collaboration of Out of Control Relationship in 2024, their tacit understanding has soared all the way, which is exponential growth, and even to the point where any interaction can set off a craze for learning. The most representative is the shooting scene of My Third Master as Super Favorite. Originally, according to the script, Yang Mie's role only needed to get close to the third master and act coquettishly for a few words. However, during the shooting, she had a sudden women improvised in action of pulling the tie. This pull not only made everyone on the scene gasp, but even the director behind the monitor forgot to call a card for a while. After this scene was broadcast, the original fans collectively rebelled and all turned to CP. The original author even revised the script overnight and added a whole inner monologue to this scene to match this sudden famous scene. Facts have proved that the chemical reaction of true feelings is more lethal than any carefully designed plot. Even a little improvisation is enough to make the audience fall completely. This super sweet CP does not play by the rules at all, but it is this unpredictable sweetness that makes people unable to stop eating sugar for a moment. Psychology professor Zhang Wei mentioned in research on media emotional consumption that the Z generation audience has long been immune to industrial saccharine love, and they are more eager to see pure natural emotions. Deliberately arranged romantic lines and routine idle drama plots are already difficult to really touch people's hearts. Instead, those real interactions that are inadvertently revealed are more likely to resonate with people. Just like Yu Long subconsciously protected Yang Mie's head to prevent her from hitting the ceiling, Yang Mie naturally handed Yu Long a cup of warm water during the filming. These small but real actions do not require sensational music or deliberate atmosphere creation, but can instantly touch the hearts of the audience. This emotional granularity just fills the gap between perfect personality and real human nature. This is why they can continue to be hot. Their tacit understanding and tenderness are not arranged by the script, but a natural expression accumulated over time. And it is this unguarded real emotion that makes countless audiences immersed in it and willing to knock down other CPs. Carefully maintain a safe distance of 0.5 meters on the red carpet and carefully maintain their respective images, but Yu Long and Yang Miemie are completely different. In the waiting area, they openly share a pair of Bluetooth headphones and quietly listen to Jejo's Kalixiang. After this scene was captured by the media, it quickly became a hot search, and the comment area was full of, "This is not business, it's life, right?" Their success is also accompanied by controversy. Some people question whether the audience's pursuit of tidbits means the decline of film and television creation. If the audience prefers to watch the behind-the-scenes interaction rather than the plot, does it mean that the appeal of film and television dramas is declining? But the facts prove that this worry is unnecessary. The two-star "You're the Light in My Life" gave the most powerful response with data. The main film is very popular, and the linkage effect to the highlights has increased the platform membership renewal rate by 18%. This long-tail effect not only makes the discussion of the series lasting, but also creates commercial value that exceeds traditional series marketing. The capital market's response is the most honest. In this era of information explosion, the audience has long been immune to the routines of carefully packaged idle dramas. What really makes people unable to stop is the real emotions with a sense of life. And this sense of reality is the most precious luxury nowadays. The monitor flashed blue light, and Yang Miemie was drawing a pig's head on Yu Long's script with lipstick. The stagehand wanted to stop it, but found that Yu Long quietly turned the script to facilitate Yang Miemie's creation. This scene later appeared in the trailer of the documentary Behind the Scenes, with a caption, "So-called professionalism means allowing some unprofessionalism to exist, so, why do we scream for the moments of true feelings in these tidbits?" Perhaps it satisfies our desire to peek into others' private lives, or perhaps in this era dominated by algorithms, we are more eager than ever to see the true heart that is certain and within reach. The story of Yu Long and Yang Miemie may be just a microcosm of this era, telling us, behind the meticulously crafted perfect personality, the most touching thing is always the real emotion. And this kind of reality is the power that truly touches people's hearts.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.